This man, in front of passers-by, took off his jacket and exposed himself to a little girl. The strange scene frightened the bystanders. It turned out that George was just showing off his scarf. He wanted to let Lily try on his warm scarf. George even intended to wrap it around her. However, the next moment, he was arrested by the police. The residents around the area all thought George was a pervert harassing the girl, but only Lily felt helpless. George was actually her classmate. The problem was that George was much taller and more mature looking than others his age. One morning, by the riverbank, George was practicing on the grass. Two high school girls passed by and were immediately drawn to his handsome looks. But then, George started playing his recorder, and the girls were scared off by the terrible sound of his music. Although George looked like an adult, he was actually only 11 years old. In contrast, his sister, Nami, was quite short and looked like an elementary school student. Nami was very concerned about her brother, worried that he might be mistaken for a pervert and get caught. So, she always tried to accompany him to school. One day, Nami met her best friend, Nina. Nina greeted her enthusiastically and noticed George, who was standing next to Nami. She immediately developed a crush on him, but Nami interrupted, leaving Nina no choice but to endure and go to school with her. They both attended the best high school in the city. Nami was hardworking and gentle, and because of her unique height, she was very popular in her class. However, Nami was always dissatisfied with her current height. So, Nina suggested that she drink milk to grow taller. But Nami responded that milk didn't work, as she had already tried it. She ate calcium-rich foods every day at home, but her height hadn't increased even by an inch. Although Nami didn't believe in milk, she still bought some. When Nina found out that Nami had a younger brother, she was very excited. She thought that if he was Nami's brother, he must also be small and cute like Nami. But Nami didn't think her 1.8-meter tall brother was cute. When she returned home after school, George grabbed her. But Nami told him she needed to buy groceries and stopped him. So, George followed Nami out. When they saw a toy giving away gifts, George rushed up, but the toy said that the gifts were only for kids, not adults. It then handed the snacks to Nami. George got upset and argued with the toy, but the toy didn't realize George was a child and thought he was an adult because of his appearance. George felt dejected. However, George's tall stature was actually useful to Nami. Since Nami was too short, she desperately wanted to grow taller herself. So, she asked George to help her reach an item from the shelf.
姉ちゃん、買い物にはいつも僕連れてくよね。
これからも頼むよ。